And Are You Okay is a not safe for work podcast, so any young listeners are discouraged from continuing. However, we literally have no way to track that, so do whatever the hell you want and enjoy the show. Why are you staring at me? That was good. That was good, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
don't like Mike Jackson?
I can't say I'm the biggest fan.
Okay. Fan of his other work. His philanthropy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that work.
Okay, cool.
Right. You're listening to Annie, Are You Okay? A Star Wars podcast.
Ooh.
I'm joined with the plague is to my Palpatine, Ceebs.
Ooh, what's up, ladies and
doing today?
gentlemen? At Ceebs with 7 E's on Twitter.
Yeah.
If you feel like giving it a follow.
My name is Mikey.
Yes.
At Mike the Illest on Twitter.
Formerly Anakin the Chosen One and AOL Instant Messenger.
I
back
spelled
in the day.
Anakin wrong when I
Yeah.
had that screen name.
He's fucking
I'm a
dork.
piece of garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
I'm also formerly at Mike Twoops. R.I.P.
Yes. Didn't like that account as much.
It was dark like this movie.
Oh. I'm so excited today, Mike, because I like this movie.
I love this movie.
This pod was a lot of fun, the first 2 episodes, because we're both Star Wars fans, but I do not like the first 2 movies.
It could be painful at times,
but
those
you do.
rewatches.
But you
I do
do.
like those movies.
As evinced by our court case,
But this movie.
which we ran a fan poll on and I won. And by we, I mean I ran a fan poll.
Yeah, I know.
And I asked people that I knew would only agree with me. So I gerrymandered a little bit. But I got my answers.
You got your sympathy vote?
I did. I felt very good about it.
You should. Anyways,
Tell them what we're watching, Mike.
we watched Revenge of the Sith. And because this movie is so good,
So good.
this is the first in a 2-part episode.
I thought it would be really funny if we just stopped at the end of this episode and then told people we were going to do a second. Just left them on a cliffhanger and be like, well, that's all, folks. And just leave them.
No, I need to be straightforward with this audience. They need to know that they're getting a double dose.
You're a better man than I, Mike. You're a better
right.
man than I.
Well,
Let's
I
get into
might
it,
kill
man.
you in your sleep.
Yeah, you did. You did threaten
Because of
that.
midichlorians.
You did threaten that. Midichlorians, man. I'm glad that they haven't come back.
They do
talk about that.
get mentioned in this movie.
So, Mike, this is the culmination of the prequel trilogy.
Yeah, man. All
Which-
of the ambitious things that these
Yes,
2 previous movies
that's a
set
word
up culminate
that
in
you've
this
been using
film.
a lot, and that's okay. That's okay.
They do a lot. Or
They
they
do.
try to do a lot,
They
at
do.
least.
The first 2 prequels, each movie definitely improved upon itself. There's a lot not to like, but they, as we sifted through the last couple episodes, there were some redeeming qualities.
Well, George Lucas really knows how to put Band-Aids on it, and he knows
Yes.
that the Band-Aids are labeled more CGI. And
Yes.
This movie has a fuck ton
Yes,
of it.
give us a Jar Jar series.
Yeah.
Or trilogy.
Binks, A Star Wars Story.
Binks,
please.
Shadow
Bring 'em
of
back.
Deceit. Disney Plus. It costs extra on Disney Plus.
Hold on, wait. Let me do the...
Oh,
the Disney Plus
Is
sound.
it?
Yeah.
I don't know that. I'm sorry, man.
It's kind of like the Nintendo Switch, but...
I don't know that one either, man. I didn't have much of a childhood, I'll be honest. This
These
was
are new
pretty much it
things.
for me.
These
I
are
know,
new-
I know, but I feel like those building blocks are established early, and you kind of stick with them, and I never had that, man.
Well...
So to put us in a downer mood to start, we're talking...
Yeah, are you like about to jump out of a speeder because you can't take life anymore?
Call back to the last episode. Anyway, we're talking about Revenge of the Sith today. This is this one actually. There were a couple people. I think Roger Ebert might have been one of them who said this was the best movie in the entire original.
Yeah, the
6
original
movies.
6 movies. I tend to agree. This
Which-
is definitely my favorite.
It's pretty awesome, which is crazy because, like we said already a few times, the first 2 didn't quite live up to expectations.
No, I would
This
say that
one
episode
nails
1
it.
was a flaw, or like people consider it like maybe the worst of all of them. Episode 2, a lot of people don't like where it built off of the first one, and then this
Yes.
one, it just like it really knocks it out of the park.
Yes. Yeah.
Where like I guess we do some notes here before we get started. We write some stuff down.
We do.
And
Try
even
to
though
stay
this
on
movie,
task.
even though this movie has weaknesses, it really works despite them.
It does.
Like,
It does.
I mean, this movie is super meme worthy, but regardless of that fact, it's still the best Star Wars film.
It is, man. It's the conclusion. You get to see Anakin, who you spent some time with now as Anakin Skywalker, ultimately meant make the leap to Darth Vader, who is, of course, you know, in
The
Star
baddest
Wars,
baddie
one of the baddest bad guys,
Yeah.
along with Hans Gruber of all time.
Right.
A lot of people aren't going to agree with me on Hans Gruber.
A lot of people don't even know who Hans. It's Professor Snape.
It
right?
is. It
These
is.
people, they're uncultured. They don't know.
Uncultured swine.
They don't know.
Yeah. So let's get into it, Mike. Let's talk about Revenge of the Sith.
All right.
Every
Well,
time
in
I
this
say
Christmas
that title,
movie-
by the way, this is like, I don't think many people have seen Zack and Miri make a porno, but there's a really funny scene where they're naming porns because they end up doing a parody of Star Wars. They call it Star Wars. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's a good name.
And then Craig Robinson throws out Revenge of the Shits, the all anal finale. And it makes me laugh every time. And since I saw that, I have not been able to hear Revenge of the Sith without thinking of him saying Revenge of the Shits.
Well, this all anal third episode is about to go in.
Yikes.
The butt.
I am not doing that.
Walking in
with
the
you,
back door?
sir. No.
No?
No.
Well, now I'm disappointed. Anyways,
Yikes. Transition.
let's start off with some of the plot here. This movie
do
starts
it.
off right into action we go. The Battle of Coruscant has been raging, and Anakin and Obi-Wan are on a race to go save Palpatine.
They are. One thing I really like immediately off the bat, Mike, is they both have different hairstyles, so you can tell that time has passed in between movies.
Right. It's crucial. It's just
Yeah.
like the previous movie where they
Yeah.
made Jake Lloyd go into like a hyperbolic time chamber and then
Yeah.
grow up 10 years.
So they have different
Walk
hair,
out
which
Hayden
is
Christensen, yeah.
big in each movie. Anakin has a cool new scar.
It's true, right over his eye.
Yeah. Let's speculate about that. How do you think? Do you think that he tripped and fell into a doorknob?
That's possible. I'm leaning that he was trying to fix something in his starfighter and he like had to pull out his lightsaber so he could see. And then he got
a little too close. Maybe he
like,
should get
"Ah,
his eyes
fuck."
checked.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought that was LASIK. That's not how it works. I don't know. What do I know?
They use lasers.
I
for
didn't mean
LASIK,
to
right?
jump in and jack up your whole intro.
I don't. Hey man, how do you think he got his scar?
The different hair. I don't know, man. I told you. I think he walked into a doorknob or he fell.
They're smarter than this.
Are they, Mike?
No.
Because they're definitely not. We'll
No.
get more into the movie.
Anyways, they are flying their two ships. You finally get to see Anakin be a
Yes.
pilot. It's so wizard. He spins. It's
totally
a really
wizard.
good trick.
He doesn't say that, thankfully.
He doesn't say it,
is
but he
pretty
does
well.
it.
He does. R4 gets his dome just ripped
Yeah,
straight off
Obi-Wan's
his body.
got some buzz droids on him. There's
Jacked
a
up.
lot happening.
Jacked up.
You get to see some witty banter between Anakin and Obi-Wan because they weren't together at all during Attack of the Clones for some reason.
I didn't like the witty banter. I talked about this in the last
Have you
episode.
noticed the shields are still up?
Every time.
How many people do you
so
think
whiny.
just like had to pull their headphones out of their ears?
We were in the red a little bit there.
Oh, good, good.
so someone's ears just exploded. But,
You're welcome.
But that was what he was going for,
Yeah.
you know? So,
Anyways, the Anakin saves them from the buzz droids, and they get onto the Separatist ship where
they do.
Chancellor Palpatine's signal was coming from. Not sure.
Oh, man.
I guess everyone just emits a signal from their body.
Yeah, they didn't
They don't go
didn't
into
go
that.
into that. I
No.
thought you had some cool explanation. Like
I wish
the
I did.
slaves with
Usually
their
I do. And
chips.
unfortunately, this time I don't.
Maybe he just thought really hard and they knew where he was.
Yeah, they use the Force. That's how
Yeah.
you explain everything.
Yeah, right. When you get lazy, you just say
Yeah.
it's the Force.
Right.
Cool.
So they throw a communicator to R2, who has no hands, but expertly catches the communicator
Sure.
because he has to stay with the ship.
Sure.
And then you were
with the
telling me
ship.
your favorite addition to this film.
I hate this actually very much, is how they gave they tried to give the droids personality and lines. I thought that was so, you stupid droid.
Yeah, it's like slapstick comedy.
It's
I think
it's dumb.
It
I hate
works.
it. No,
It works.
I hate you and I hate
It's
everything about
the
you.
droids are fine, dude.
They're not fun.
The movies are for children.
No, they're for me. He made these for me. They should be exactly how I like. So they end up.
They go up and they have actually quite a few technical difficulties. I didn't
Sure
think that
do.
I would love a movie where a lot of the plot points in the beginning revolve around them getting an elevator to work, but
But hey, man,
they eventually make it up the elevator into the room where Palpatine is being held, and he turns around like a bad guy in a chair.
almost
And
like
it's like-
another bad guy that we know from Star Wars.
Ooh, who also like turns around in a chair, and I think it's actually the same guy.
My God. Well, we don't know that
Yet. We were a little in unison there.
Oh my God, that's
was
crazy.
cute. It was cute.
We're really growing as a couple.
Yeah.
That's cool. This is when, who comes in, Mike? Who's the big baddie in this movie? It's not really the big baddie in this movie at all.
Count Dooku.
Count Dooku
What's his best line?
strolls in. Oh my God, I've forgotten it. This is madness. This has gone too far. It's terrible. There's some order.
I'm shocked that you forgot it. We only said it 8 times.
I'll edit it in from last episode. It'll sound terrible, but people will enjoy that.
This is madness.
This is madness.
And they decided to take them together this time.
They do take them together.
Yeah,
not for long.
Not slow and to the left.
They do. I did talk about this last time, is how every Jedi battle has stupid pre-fight banter.
And this one,
it's not quite to the extent of the last one, but you do have Anakin with my powers have doubled since last time count. He says it with a ton of enthusiasm that Hayden Christensen always delivers.
Right, and Christopher Lee's like, twice the pride, double the fall.
I'm looking forward to it.
You can't.
And
no, this is madness.
Like, why can't they just talk shit? Like, man, you shrimp dick motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you down.
You little curved ass bitch.
Yeah. No. My powers have doubled since last time count.
Master.
My powers have doubled since last time. That kid's in for a surprise later.
Shh. Not yet.
Poor guy.
Part 2.
Oh, man.
Anyways, they fight Count Dooku. Obi-Wan kind of gets his shit kicked in a little bit.
He does.
And
he's a non-factor.
Yeah.
For the most part.
But Anakin's really, his powers have doubled since last time, apparently.
They've doubled. Beyond doubled.
Which is, I mean, in the context of the Clone Wars, they fight a few times, so powered up since when? Who knows? But since this movie came out before the Clone Wars aired, you kind of have to assume it's from Attack of the Clones. And he kind of makes Dooku his bitch.
He does. He gets him in a little... He eventually cuts both of his hands off, which is a baller move in itself.
Yeah.
And then he's got Dooku in a scissor with his 2 lightsabers, which is when we learn that Chancellor Palpatine may not be an upstanding citizen.
But he's leading the citizens.
He says,
do it.
Good, Anakin, good.
Sorry, I forgot.
Kill him.
Kill him now.
And then Dooku looks surprised that his master has turned on him. And he also has a very long amount of time to be like, no, wait, he's a Sith Lord. Before that would have been hilarious. if he ruined everything right there, because he totally could have, but instead he just looked flabbergasted. And
he can't believe he was betrayed.
He gets feted.
Yeah, he gets his head cut right off.
Yeah.
And you get to see this one roll.
That one rolls.
Not just the shadow.
That one rolls.
And I noticed his hands were just sitting on the ground, too.
Yeah, he was a whole mess of fucked up right after that.
He was mangled.
Yeah, not good. But I just thought, he could have blown up a spot right there. He got betrayed.
He was like, no, the Sith will rise again. Yeah.
What a dork. What a dork. And so he's dead.
Right. And Anakin's very conflicted in this moment. He's like, he was disarmed, literally. It's not the Jedi way. This comes back later.
In a big way.
A huge way. Yeah.
In a big way.
This is a big foreshadow moment.
Huge. Capital Y. So, Count Dooku's dead. Palpatine is now freed because Anakin used the Force to just undo his restraints.
Right.
I guess they could have done.
Could have done that before.
Right when they got in there.
Yeah. But wait, there's more.
Time to leave.
Time to leave.
Who's on the ship, Mike? Who's the captain of the ship that we're introduced to for the first time?
General Grievous.
Yes. He is some kind of...
He's currently
cyborg.
Suffering from coronavirus.
He's got the Rona. Yeah. He's got a lot of coughing problems. Does not wear a mask.
No.
Or does he? I don't know. Is his faceplate...
Technically, I guess his faceplate is a mask.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
But this guy's got respiratory issues out the ass.
Yes. He's got a crushed lung and heart. He's crushed. Not from like a woman breaking his heart, from his shit literally being restricted.
Yeah.
During the Clone Wars.
Well,
he gets choked by Thwood.
Yeah, that's not even canon anymore.
Wow.
He just coughs the whole time.
Wow, so they didn't even need that.
No.
Thanks, Disney.
Anyways, well, I mean, his backstory, I think, is still somewhat the same. He was a warrior, and he wanted to be able to fight the Jedi because he hated them because, like, I guess his, like, lover was a casualty.
I hate them.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
So I get it.
So he he kept getting cybernetic implants to modify his body to make him a better warrior, and then he eventually becomes more machine than man.
I get it. Good stuff. So they have a brief encounter.
Oh, no, they get captured by
They do.
ray shields.
Yeah,
They're
ray
smarter
shields.
than this.
Yep. Yes. Well, allegedly. But they do get captured. They get brought to the bridge.
Yeah, and Count Dooku's kind of or not. Oh, my bad.
Whoa. Count Dooku's head is still
Count Dooku's
rolling
head's still rolling around. His hands are on the floor. General Grievous,
Yes.
the guy I was supposed to say,
Yes.
is like, I need your lightsabers, please.
He goes back to the voice of a white young man.
Yeah.
And not a cybernetic. That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, I think it was a really strong character choice for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he adds some fine additions to his collection for all of 30 seconds.
He does, man. He's got a little lightsaber collection.
And then Anakin's like, R2, do that thing you never do. And he just freaks the fuck out.
You know, plan A.
Right.
When we're in this exact situation. He spazzes out, lightning's shooting out of him. Maybe R2's a Sith Lord.
A Sith
It could just
Throwing
throw
it
hey,
out
man,
there. I know, because it would have been worse.
Right. It could be a massive plot hole. Maybe R2 was the Sith Lord the whole time.
He's the Phantom Menace.
Okay.
We'll come back
to this.
in a later episode. That's crazy. So, yeah, Grievous bails.
Oh
wisely.
yeah, he's like I'm out. This bitch. I don't feel like fighting right now. The budget is not in it right now for me to use all my lightsabers. So
Yeah.
gotta wait till later in the movie.
CGI team's on vacation.
Yeah, and
I'm
he
out.
goes back into the ship to get on an escape pod, but he launches all the escape pods, and I will, for some reason, I don't know why, but he just presses all the buttons, and I can't get this out of my head, but just like blink, 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 blink. And
People listening, if you know, you know.
yeah, now you know.
And Grievous is out.
Yep, he's
He said
leaving.
peace.
But the ship is crashing.
It's not doing well.
No.
For sure. So that leaves Anakin and Obi-Wan. And I guess Palpatine, who's just kind of there for the ride. Wink
Yeah,
to escape. And they're flying half a ship, Mike.
at least we're still flying half a ship.
And when they're coming down into Coruscant, this is when the movie takes its first dark turn. Because Palpatine points out the Jedi Council and says, "Fly into that building, Anakin." And then they deleted that scene because it was too dark.
Yeah, they were like, "No, we can't do it right now."
It was 4 years.
So instead, the
post
fire
9/11. They changed their minds.
Instead, they were like, "Oh, we have to honor the firefighters," and they have random firefighters that show up to put out the fiery ship.
They did. So they land fine. They're good to go. We see Senator Amidala for the first time. She's got some news, Mike.
She does have some news. She
got some
says, "Annie, are you okay?"
Oh, cue the music.
And then you might want to sit down for this.
Oh, no.
I'm pregnant.
Oh, you or Padme?
Me. I mean, Padme.
I don't know if you're still in character. Okay. Cool. Padme is pregnant. She got the blue plus or the blue check mark.
I don't know how they work.
However that works.
I've never peed on a stick before.
I have, but that is a gross story, so we will not talk about it.
Anyways.
That's not true at all. Anyway.
Anakin's like, "Oh my God, fuck. I mean, this is the best thing that's ever happened to us."
Yep. He's not excited about it.
Quite the opposite. He's pretty happy.
No, but he's not really. I mean, oh shit, sorry, I'm talking about myself. Yeah, because they're on screen, and it makes me miserable anytime they're on screen together.
And they're all like, and then they cut to like them like having like a very like fond moment in Padme's apartment, and he's like, "Oh, Padme, this would be so much better if there were grass here. We could roll around in it."
I hate that grass scene. I hate that. I hate
We
every time.
determined
they're
last
together.
episode that if it's not grass, it's ass.
Butt cheek. Terrible.
And then Anakin has a dream, or not a dream, a nightmare.
It is a nightmare.
And he's like, "Oh my God, why does everyone die in my dreams?"
As we know, his dreams have been accurate to this point.
Premonitions.
He's always sweaty
Yeah.
and not wearing a shirt,
Right.
which I am usually also.
He's
Any time of
very,
day.
but he's got like Hollywood abs.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. I didn't know we were going to be talking body image today,
I
but
don't know. And he's got very tiny nipples.
okay.
This is the smallest, like a penny.
Mm-hmm.
That's how big they are.
That was a big plot point. It was in the scroll when they said the
Yeah.
Chosen One will have the smallest nipples.
Yeah, they said like pennies.
Oof.
Very tiny.
Poor guy.
Little itty bitty guys.
Poor guy. So they have some nice time together to learn of this child that they're having together. While that's going on, we learn that Chancellor Palpatine has just kept acquiring power since the last movie.
Yeah.
What's the time?
So the Clone
gap?
Wars takes place over 3 years.
Okay.
Or it's like 3 or 4.
So we'll call it 4 years.
Yeah, because I know it's Anakin's 19, and I think he's... you know what? I think it's 5 years. Anakin's 23 at the time of Revenge of the Sith.
So he can drink now.
Yeah.
Cool. Not that he would, but he can. So we learned that Chancellor Palpatine has just kept amassing powers, these emergency powers that he's going to give.
He keeps getting emergency powers in the
back.
government, and he keeps grooming Anakin.
Yes.
Like, he's very much getting his plan, where she's been pulling the puppet strings from for, like, the entire, like, last, like, 20 years.
Yeah, buddy.
He's like, oh, it's coming to fruition.
There's
He's
also a line from Obi-Wan Kenobi where he says that Chancellor Palpatine's managed to stay in office long past his term, which I've said this at least once an episode. What the fuck is going on with this Galactic Senate? They have, like, no oversight or rules or just anything.
There are no laws.
They're just making it up.
They're just making it up as they go. And
What happened? Like,
Jar Jar's like, we should be given emergency powers to the Supreme Chancellor, and then...
Shit. You know what my problem with Jar Jar is?
What?
He's pro-establishment.
He is pro-establishment. This is an anti-establishment podcast.
That son of a bitch.
I know. He's just like, give him all the powers. Jar Jar's over there.
God.
He's like, you know what, man? I don't care. We should be ruled like a monarchy. You know, he's used to it because his planet has a monarch.
That's true. But it's
He's
like
trying
an elected
to impose...
monarch. Gotcha, Mike.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You got me.
So anyway, this is like a series. Like every episode, we're introduced to some version of the Senate being stupid. So like maybe it being
Stupid,
overthrown
corrupt.
is like not the worst thing. If you can just vote somebody chancellor and then they can just stay.
But like,
What happened? Do you think at the polls they were like, nah, we're not doing it this year?
the Clone Wars is still raging.
He wanted to stay in. So
Yeah.
unbelievable, Mike.
They just don't. They have no due process.
No due process.
No.
No due process.
No. It's a poo-poo process in which Palpatine stays in power.
Nice.
Anywho.
Sorry to get all political on y'all.
Right.
But this podcast is occasionally woke in terms of Star Wars politics.
So, anyways.
Yeah, try to come back from that.
I don't even know where we are. This has devolved into a political discussion.
You know what?
It's a bunch
This is
of...
my plan all along, Mike.
just-
I want an Alex Jones type podcast where I just say whatever the hell I want.
Oh, my God. Star InfoWars.
Star Infowars. Last political point, which will get us kind of back on track in some weird fucked up way, is
they're going to continue to fight the war until General Grievous is caught.
exactly.
Mace Windu says that to Chancellor Palpatine, and
does.
Palpatine's like, yeah, they're going to vote for the war to continue until he's caught. And then he's like, let me hop in my Wizard of Oz chamber. General Grievous, I'm going to get a new apprentice who's far younger and more powerful.
And more powerful.
Yeah, thanks for finishing that for me. I guess I just didn't have it in me.
Yeah, you got the Grievous.
I got
Rona.
the cough.
Nice. Chancellor Palpatine has got another trick of his sleeve. He very much Jared Kushner style just appoints Anakin to a position he's not
Doesn't
qualified
exist.
for at all
Yeah.
because he likes him.
Right.
So
he wants Anakin to be his personal eyes, ears, and voice
of the Republic.
on
the Jedi Council. But for the second time, Mike, he's on the council, but they don't grant him the rank of master.
Nope.
Which has been a dig now for 2 movies.
Yep.
And that's eating him up.
And
he's not happy about
on
it.
Naboo in episode 2, they were like, master this guy, and like everyone there, well, really just Padme is like,
and Padme,
listen here, bitch.
The woman he's in love with.
Yeah, she's the one who shoots him down.
It's like, no, actually, he's not a master.
I'm his master.
That was fucked up.
That is fucked up. Anakin's one of those
snip,
like,
snip.
people where he's like, Padme pulls him around on one of them leather chains, and it's just like, oh my God, what's wrong with him?
He's like that in Tiger King when Carol Baskin and her husband have that picture when he's on a leash.
That's
You know what I'm
a
talking
perfect
about?
analogy.
Basically. Kind of. I don't know if it's perfect.
If you
is the
haven't
word.
watched Tiger King, we can't help you. But
Yeah, but you're not listening to media because you don't enjoy anything, I guess.
exactly.
Neither here nor there.
They're asking for a Baskin.
Oh, another T-shirt. Write that down. Legal.
Oh, I definitely did make that up.
Yeah. Well, we're going to steal it. Don't tell anyone.
If it's not grass, it's ass.
Yee yee.
Yee yee.
So Anakin's a fake council member now.
Yeah, he goes to
Sits in the chair that was just
yeah. Okay,
waiting
so
there for him.
I guess the council just has a rotating group of members because they keep
Yeah.
dying off.
Yeah.
Because Dino Guy can't block a blaster bolt.
There are 3 more of his species in this movie.
We noticed quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was him. And then
Every time we were like, "Oh, Dino Guy." Oh, wait.
I remember he got shot in the face.
Yeah. And
Very
then,
unceremonious death.
So he's like, yeah, Palpatine wants me to be like a part of the council, and the council members are like, we don't really fucks with this, but we have a secret plan, so sure, you can be on the council. And like you said, they don't give him the rank of master. And then
Never happened before.
right, it's never happened before for a knight to be on the council and not be a master.
Yeah.
So Anakin's rightfully, I think, a little peeved,
He's perturbed.
and then he gets something that he gets an assignment that really pisses him off,
Ooh.
and it's off record.
Ooh, what do we got, Mike? Which
gets-
is jacked because they don't talk to him about it directly. They send his friend and mentor,
Yeah.
Master Kenobi, to give him his secret mission.
Yeah, Obi-Wan delivers the message that the council wants him to spy on the Chancellor, this guy has been grooming him ever since he arrived on the planet. So it's like his one father figure is pitting him against his other father figure.
Fun fact, he doesn't have a father.
Yeah. So he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, which is the real dad? And then he has his gun and he's like, oh my God. And then he shoots the wrong dad by
Clone.
accident.
Yeah, that I knew what you were saying. I, for some reason, understood that. But, yeah. So he's spying on Palps.
Right.
Why?
That's his job.
Because I don't trust him.
Yeah. Mace Windu is like, I'm tired of these motherfucking chancellors and this
know.
motherfucking Senate.
I know he says that. Too.
Yeah. And he's kind of right. I'm tired of this chancellor and this motherfucking Senate too. But
Because he's been systematically abusing his power for
Right.
like 6 years.
so
now.
he's systematically abusing his power, but the Jedi think that the only possible way to keep the peace is to also take over the government,
Ooh.
which is not.
Are the Jedi evil? Not from your point of view.
The Jedi at this point in time are corrupt. They are
right?
extreme hypocrites.
Right.
They're going against all their ideals. Kiadi-Mundi's out here telling people that the leader of the Separatists is a political idealist, not a murderer. What does he end up being? A murderer.
A murderer.
Complacency sends them into war. And through the war, they lose their way.
Oh my God.
know.
Because they're keepers of the peace, not
Not
warriors.
soldiers.
Fuck. I was
Yeah.
so close.
You were really close, but not close enough.
I'll just cut my throat for everyone on there.
And
Listen, I'm
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I'm fine. I stopped
He's
it
yeah, guys. I'm here to make sure that Ceebs doesn't self harm.
No, just kidding. I'm fine.
We should have just left you off mic for a little bit.
Make it a mystery. Make it a murder mystery. Star Wars podcast. Really confused.
There's a lot of white girls out there that could definitely
That's
try
true.
and solve the crime.
Although I checked the stats, and you may be surprised, this audience skews very dominantly male.
No.
Yeah, it's like 70% male.
Really?
Thanks, ladies. Any girls listening to this, you're cool, and thank you very much.
Yeah. Cool in like a nerdy sense, I guess.
It's the best way.
It is the best way.
It's the best way. So, Anakin is headed out to like the worst opera of all time.
Yeah,
to-
the Moncala opera.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of
Ooh.
Yeah.
It doesn't change notes really.
No, it's just
that sound.
and all the Admiral Akbar people are like going in between like floating water bubbles. Mm-hmm. It's very intense. And he gets
It's like
there,
Cirque du Soleil.
and Chancellor Palpatine does this really weird thing where he's like he's got his posse around him, and he's
shit.
like, "Leave us," which is like
Leave
really
us.
dark and ominous.
Yes.
Can you imagine if you were just sitting there with your friend?
Yeah. And he's got some government, officials around.
Yeah, your boys,
And
But
we're
then he's
talking
just
I was just like, Mike, dude, I was telling this, guys, leave us.
yeah,
That would be probably concerning.
yeah. I would say it's a red flag.
Eep.
Something's about to go down.
Eep. Shit.
And so, because Chancellor Palpatine's actually a Sith Lord.
A Sith Lord?
What?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we didn't tell the audience that.
my
Oh, my
God.
God. Anyways, Palpatine's a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
A
And
Sith
he's like
Lord.
really spot
Secretly.
on. Yeah, secretly.
Secretly.
He's spot on with his. He just assumes like they asked you to spy on me, didn't they? And
They asked you
Anakin's
to
like,
spy on me, didn't they?"
yeah.
And guess what? It's story time.
Yep.
I can't believe they made this meme into the movie.
It's crazy.
I know.
I
It's
mean,
wild.
you would think that they would like not listen to the audience.
Mike,
when
did
making
you
this, but
ever hear the tale of Darth Plagueis?
the tragedy of Darth Plagueis?
I have not heard that. I was
I'm gonna have to
asking
find
you.
a new
I was
co-host.
setting you up. Goodbye again.
He actually killed himself this time. I didn't stop him. I don't think anyone's gonna blame me either.
I'm back. I'm just kidding again. Last time, though. So he basically tells Anakin this story of Darth Plagueis, who could manipulate the midichlorians to create life.
Right. Which eagle-eyed viewers,
Whoa! Whoops!
people who are like really like up and up on what's going on,
Fucking nerds.
that too, can assume that maybe Anakin was created
My God.
by someone manipulating midichlorians.
Because the boy has no father,
He has no father.
but
But he
find
does
out.
have a daddy.
Yes. Oh yeah. Ew. Your eyes. I did not like that at all when you said that.
I gave you one of those like creepy looks at Anakin.
Please
gives
don't look
Padme.
at me like that. I'm a senator. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a senator.
I'm a senator.
Man, get that shit out of here. So Darth Plagueis, he basically is pandering to everything that Anakin wants in life.
Yeah,
is for
he's
Padme to
terrified.
live forever.
Yeah, he's terrified that his wife is going to die in childbirth because he's having
because
his,
everyone
like, future
he
dreams
has cared about has died,
Right.
which is like one person. But yeah, he's really playing the strings.
He's selling it, dude.
He's really selling it, man.
And Anakin's
Really
like,
selling it.
is it possible to learn this power?
Yeah, he's all about it, and he says, "Not from a Jedi." Half this podcast is just quotes from the movie because I like to do voices.
Me too.
Cool.
You're better at them than I am, but
Thank you, Master.
Master. Fuck that kid.
He's gonna get his.
Not yet. Don't tell them,
kid.
Spoilers.
Kid, you are not gonna grow up. Oh, poor guy.
Don't tell them.
Poor guy. It makes me so sad.
Master.
It makes me so sad. But whatever. Meanwhile, Anakin's doing his.
He's still doing his spying.
he's doing his
even though he got the whole Darth Plagueis the Wise thing, but he goes back
Yes.
to the council and they're
Yes.
like, "Oh fuck, we found General Grievous."
Ooh, who should we send?
Oh, we
Yadi
should
Mundi.
send. No, Anakin says
Yaddle.
that they should send him. Yaddle.
Yes.
We don't know where Yaddle is.
Oh shit, that's right. She is no longer.
right. And that's why Anakin was able to sit down in that empty seat because Yaddle's been missing for
That
2
was
movies.
human sized, Mike. That doesn't make sense. That chair was human sized. They're all
Debunked.
custom made
Debunked
from
You're
Wayfair, I think.
Right. So they are like, nah, we need someone with more experience. Another dig at
Yes.
Anakin not being a master.
Yes, Master Kenobi should go.
And then we got fucking Yadi Mundi,
This fucking guy.
who, I mean, people don't want to hear it, but I'm going to say it.
Speak your truth, Mike.
He says, what about the droid attack on the Wookiees? And don't get me wrong, the Wookiees
Oh.
on Kashyyyk, very important. Don't want them to die. They're like, those guys. Love them.
Ladies.
Ladies, too. And for the ladies, Harry. Anyways,
Ew.
Yoda says he has good relations with the Wookiees.
Well, he
And
says
this-
it's grammatically incorrect,
Oh, right.
but true.
Good relations with the Wookiees, I have.
Boom.
That was a terrible impression.
Perfect.
But he decides they're going to send Master Yoda to Kashyyyk,
Yes.
which is the worst possible thing they can do at this point.
Yes.
Because it takes him off Coruscant.
And there's a shroud of darkness around Coruscant.
Right.
That
They
seems
literally
important.
They literally just got attacked, and they're like sending their most powerful Jedi off.
they're just like, I don't know.
Not just
man.
Yoda. Obi-Wan is also very powerful Jedi. I mean, they leave Mace Windu around, but
He doesn't know what's going on.
he can
man.
only do so much.
He doesn't know what's going on. He says if the Sith returned, we would know about it.
Yeah. Boy,
Man.
boy
But-
does he look stupid now.
Yeah. Oh, Mace. Buddy, I got news.
Yeah.
So they send Obi off to
Utapau.
the Utapau system.
Yes. They send him ahead. Commander Cody's like, General Kenobi.
Christ, here we go.
Make sure there's no water on the planet.
You don't like callbacks.
He's terrified of water, dude.
He was the voice in Moana, for those that don't know. He was the father in Moana.
He's like, Kenobi, don't give me the water.
Damn, give me the water. Which, to me, I mean, I don't want to get off track, but we're talking about Disney movies here. Wink. Moana is not a very good movie. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but basically stay away from the water.
It's the wrong opinion.
Was the... This isn't a Moana podcast, Mike.
It is now. Although, what can I say except...
Wouldn't that be the biggest curve? You're welcome. Wouldn't that be wild if through the biggest curveball of all time, I'm just talking about Moana for the rest of this podcast?
I think I'd
So when Jermaine Clement comes in as a giant crab, that's cool.
Shiny.
That's pretty cool.
All right, we're done. Anyways.
So we're on to the
Obi-Wan doesn't go near the water. Spoiler alert.
Stays away from us for now.
And he meets some very ugly people.
Yes.
The Utapauans have awful complexion.
Regrettably.
And gigantic red lines in their face.
Yes, their teeth are all fucked. And they're very tall.
Yes, they are tall people.
And then...
and they're not very discreet.
No, that's not a big thing for them. So Obi asked them, something like, is the war here? And he says, there's no war here, except for the war here.
Lots of war on the 10th level. Thousands of battle droids.
Which, of course, is where General Grievous
I just licked the phone on this microphone.
That's disgusting. It's been under my desk collecting dust for ages.
I'm going to die.
Or maybe it's the serum. Maybe it's the
cure for the General Grievous virus.
Could be, man. We will find out, I guess, by the end of this pod. So, General Kenobi goes on his little hunt.
Yeah, he sends his copper droid, not R4, because R4 got baked in the beginning of the movie.
Domed.
He sends the ship back up to send a signal to his clone forces.
Dude, these guys are always sending signals.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it doesn't get intercepted.
They should have the "Can you hear me now" guy. He should be in this. Yeah. In this movie, even though he's a traitor.
It's like clones. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ready for.
And then he gets his dome shot off.
Yeah.
Wow. Crazy. I don't know what that is.
That's
but
R4 dying.
Oh damn! R.I.P. Now I got to pour the rest of my beer out. Man, that's
sorry.
Sad.
I didn't mean to. I mean,
Obi-Wan. And just rolling right through. Obi-Wan finds General Grievous.
Yeah, but he drives a giant lizard there. He goes to the giant lizard dealership. Yeah.
Yep.
I can't do
both of those.
Both of those were not. I
swear to God.
Impressions.
As the time passes, this podcast
is getting progressively worse and worse.
Just making sense.
And that's why we're turning it into a Moana podcast.
Yes.
Don't get into
So when Jermaine Clement's character comes, I'm just kidding. So they do find Grievous, basically having a meeting with the big baddies of the Separatist movement.
All our favorites are there.
Every single one of them looks villainous. There's not one guy who's like neutral. They're all they're ugly all bad and guys.
We got Pago the Lesser from Geonosis. We got
Papa P.
We got Wat Tambor, the
Tamboloni
guy.
Yeah,
and
all of them.
And my favorite, Newt Gunray.
Newt Gunray still not in jail somehow.
Yeah.
He's probably indicted like 3 more times.
Like on war crimes this time.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. So basically he's telling them, you guys aren't safe here. We need to move you to Mustafa system.
Yeah, that one.
Which is a lava planet.
Right.
I think in the Outer Rim. Could be wrong.
Yes, in the Outer Rim.
Makes sense.
And Obi-Wan is like, I'm going to crash this party. So he jumps down.
Oh, I forgot to say it at the top of the pod.
He did.
Oh, my God.
What does he say, though?
He drops in and he says... Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Oh, man, I can't believe
you are a bold one.
I can't believe I forgot to say it. Anyway, Obi's ready, man. He's ready to take out General Grievous.
Yeah, this is when he's surrounded by battle droids.
He's surrounded by thousands of battle droids.
Yeah, I decided not to lick my microphone that time.
Oh, good. Because that was me that said that,
I know.
too, so that would have been super weird.
Oh, I just let you take it from the jump because I did not want to lick it again. I got too close last time, and I flew too close to the sun, dude.
Jesus.
It was not worth it.
Yikes. So many battle droids.
Thousands.
Ew, I saw that. I saw that happen. Thousands of battle droids.
Right. And General Grievous is all like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm going to brush my shoulders off, draw my cape, and pull out all my lightsabers. And he's like, oh, man, look at this. Toys. 4 arms.
Yeah. Yeah. He has a little bit of a toy angle. But he's got four sabers, man. and Obi's just got the one.
Right.
It's not looking good.
No.
And then General Grievous just starts getting his hands cut off left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes! Obi's got him.
He's got him,
Obi's
and then
got
he does your favorite thing in the whole movie.
The power stance.
No.
Oh.
His force push.
Oh God, that's right.
He looks like he just is trying to take a massive dump, and then he like throws out.
This is so dumb because you see a cool shot of General Grievous. They're locked basically saber to saber. You get a close up of General Grievous's like eyes,
and it's really cool.
It's pretty cool. It's like
at this point in time, and see like
evil and
yeah. In 2005, when this CGI was like made, it was like holy fuck.
He says
this looks amazing.
Some generic bad guy shit like you will lose.
No, he says like you must realize you are doomed.
And then Obi goes, "Oh, I don't think so."
And it zooms in on Ewan
back.
McGregor's eyes, but the shot's not even centered.
It's so bad.
It's not good.
He, for some reason, for his force push, which is like the one power that all light Jedi have.
Yeah.
Like that's the only power that they have. Reaches like, does like a Warrior 1 yoga pose and just like blasts them with a force push, which was real stupid. It looked like the Airbender. It was real dumb. But he shoots Grievous in the air and then basically leads to a chase of General Grievous.
Yeah, General Grievous hops into this roly pod thing.
Roly
but it's
poly.
It looks like there's an episode of South Park where like Mr. Garrison invents like an alternative to a car,
Yes.
and you have to like stick like something up your butt and then like suck on a dick shaped thing to make it go.
Yeah, it's,
and
that same thing happens.
It's General Grievous is like he opens wide and he just goes and that's how he gets it to go.
Yeah, thankfully you don't hear that.
Right. But I thought our audience should know.
Yes, I guess.
Those are authentic dick sucking noises.
I hope there's no kids. That's what the disclaimer's for, though.
Yeah, right.
They briefly battle out on the platform, and Obi-Wan kills General Grievous with a gun, rips his chest open.
Uncivilized.
It's so uncivilized.
Wait, hold on. We can't just gloss over. A man fights a robot.
Yeah.
He's like, let me at him.
Yeah,
Let
he
me
gets
at him.
kicked a lot. And
I'm
that's
going to
gotta
fight
hurt.
this metal guy.
He's like,
think I'm going to hurt him.
Boxing him with the old-timey stance. Yeah,
he like has some spinach and it still doesn't work.
No, he gets knocked around, but ultimately cheats. Some would say uses the Force. He cheated. He didn't win that fair and square. Meanwhile, the clones are ripping it up. Shit's going nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Nuts, Mike. Nuts. And then we get a big turning point in the movie, Mike.
Yes, General Grievous has died. Therefore, there are no separatist generals left.
War is over.
Pretty much, kind of, for the most part.
We're ready to celebrate, man. Everything's good. The music plays. Order is restored to the galaxy.
Right.
Everything's good.
And the Star Wars have ended.
And the Star Wars are over.
Completely. No more
How shitty would that be if that happened?
Awful.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
So many things unanswered.
Yeah, actually, that would be the worst if that ended.
And then we hit the wipe.
Yeah.
Wipe.
Yeah, the only transition
Wipe.
that exists in the Star Wars movies.
Fuck TikTok. Anyways.
I enjoy those challenges. Damn you.
Anyways, I think we of all the things we say on this podcast the most, it's like probably anyways at the top.
Anyway, or we talk about Hitler.
Yeah. Which promised that we were not going to bring up today.
Did that on purpose so I could do this in this moment.
I knew it.
And throw you off.
You're a fucking liar.
Yup. Scum and villainy.
Master.
That's probably up there
were
too.
deleted from the archive data.
That's probably up there too.
Master.
Stupid. Grievous is dead.
Grievous is dead.
War is over. JK.
Not really.
JK.
We go back to Coruscant, and Mace Windu is like, all right, General Grievous is dead. We should inform the Chancellor. Tell him.
Let's tell him.
And
Let's send Anakin. Let's send... Mace Windu says, let me send the person that I don't trust at all to go tell the Supreme Chancellor that the war is over.
And Anakin,
God damn it, Mace. What are you doing?
I know, but he's all like, oh, I'm so conflicted and brooding.
Yeah.
And General Grievous
That's how he starts every
sentence. Yeah. Oh,
Panda Bear.
Pedamami.
Yeah. Stupid, man. So he's on the way to deliver the news
right.
to the Supreme Chancellor. So how this should go is...
Well, Supreme Chancellor, we notice, is watching Fox News for some reason.
Yeah, they're talking about, like, it's 7 more years. I don't know who that was.
Somebody.
That's some talking head on
Some guy.
on the Intergalactic Fox News.
The liberal Jedi are trying to seize power.
God damn it. That's the headline. Yeah. So what should happen is, hey, Chancellor, war's over. Okay, here are my supreme extra powers.
Yeah. He just hands him over. Like,
Done.
Here you go.
As was promised.
But he didn't.
But he doesn't. He says instead, he's got some shit to drop on Annie.
He's like, I beg of you, take my knowledge. I'm a Sith Lord.
Yes.
And Anakin's like,
Lord.
wait, what? You're the Sith Lord?
A Sith Lord.
Like, who else? Like, literally, who else would it be?
I don't know.
It's clearly him.
It's him. I'd recognize that chin anywhere.
Does admit to being a Sith Lord.
A Sith Lord.
That's the first time now in the obviously everyone watching knows that, but it's obvious. It's known knowledge for the first time.
Yeah, it is revealed to Anakin, and he's like, fuck, I'm so conflicted.
He's like, oh, the council needs to know about this.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. And then
he says, I'd very much like to kill you, but I'm going to go tell people first.
Yeah.
Which is actually smart.
Yeah.
In hindsight.
In hindsight,
retrospect,
well,
I guess,
no, yeah, it's terrible in hindsight. But
he should have just killed him.
He should have just killed him. But he does what he thinks, what he's been taught is the right thing
to do.
Is go to the Jedi Council, who, as you mentioned, is slowly compromised at this point.
Right. Mace Windu's like, we need to transition the Senate into a new chancellor.
Tells Mace Windu that
Mace Windu's like, what?
He says, a motherfucking Sith Lord.
A Sith Lord.
Motherfucker. It's shocking to hear in a PG-13 movie.
Yeah, but it was necessary that he said motherfucker more than once.
Yeah.
So he's like, if you want to gain my trust, you'll stay here.
Yes.
Which is a dumb move in my opinion, but okay.
With the trust, by the way, that he did not have and still sent Anakin to go
right
to deliver this news in the first place.
You have him on this super top secret mission, but you still don't trust him. You will have gained my trust. So,
yes.
Okay, so him and 3 other council members go over to tell Palpatine, hey, you're under arrest.
Dude, let's talk about this. Let's talk about what happens here.
I love this movie, but I will admit that I'm not a big fan of this part.
We should, real quick time out. Okay. Order 66 has not happened yet.
Has not happened yet.
Repeat.
Yeah.
So, cut point.
No, leave it in there.
No,
they need to hear our mistakes.
I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I do that a lot. I get too excited and I just start saying shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's an exciting part of the movie.
So, 4 members of the Jedi Council.
Yep.
I need to see like an application to be on the Jedi Council. Like, what are the qualifications?
There's no prerequisites at
because
this point.
2 of these motherfuckers get stabbed in the chest right away and die.
Literally, they've survived for less than a second.
They
you know how like Padme, it takes you 3 seconds to realize.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Get cut off?
I know.
They last less amount of time.
It takes Padme longer to wake up than it does these fucking guys, man. It's literally, hey, we're here to arrest you. It's treason, then. And then he stabs these 2 shit Jedi in the chest.
Yeah.
And then Kit Fisto, who is like a known, like more people know about him, I would think, than the other 2 guys.
Right.
He lasts for 15 seconds and he's dead.
Not even. I don't think he lasts.
So, yeah, I mean, my God, both of these guys don't even last the amount of time it takes to make a cup of coffee in a Keurig. And it leaves Mace and
Palby,
the Sith Lord,
Sith
Chancellor Palpatine.
Lord.
I don't know why I keep throwing a British accent in him, but it is fun.
He's British.
Well, whatever, dude.
You just make it your brains.
Thanks for making me try to feel better about myself.
I do what I can. Anyways.
Oh man, yikes! Battle, Mike. Battle between Mace Windu and Chancellor.
They're
Palpatine.
going at it. They're going at it so hard they break a window.
Oh, it gets real cold. It gets real cold in there.
It's super windy.
Yeah,
it's so windy.
It's windy.
And dude, it's crazy. It's almost like he gets thrown out of Windu.
Oh God, R.I.P. Man, terrible. They battle.
They battle. He's too dangerous to be kept alive.
Anakin comes in, and he's just like, "Mom and Dad are fighting."
Yeah.
Oh no, what do I do? So he's standing there.
Dad hits him, but Mom also hits him.
Man,
and he doesn't know whose side to choose.
This is dark, man.
And Air Bud is like, "Which one should I go to?"
Air Bud was in this, huh?
Well, Annie Bud, I don't know. Whatever.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, man. That poor dog. This is Anakin's defining moment, right?
Yeah.
Because it's literally the light side versus the dark side.
He's weighing all his options here.
For the fate of his shitty acting soul.
He's like, okay, I could save Padme and the war's technically over, or I could uphold the Jedi Code that's also corrupt and everyone holds me to the standard, but no one else ever follows it.
Also, black robes are way cooler than everything else.
The dark side has cookies and capes.
And great outfits and masks if you're a bad guy.
It's true.
It's a mandate. They have to wear masks. Just like coronavirus.
Oh, yeah.
Not related.
Well, I thought that they cured that when they killed General Grievous.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry. They did. That's right. He's the queen carrier of the disease. So Mace Windu, who we've discussed before, is the ultimate swordsman, ultimately disarms Palpatine. And then Palpatine goes to his trademarked move of just blasting lightning.
Out of both his hands.
Out of both hands.
Yeah.
Into Mace's lightsaber, which
is directing it directly back into his face. You would think he'd be like, "Oh, this hurts. I should maybe stop doing this."
Yeah.
Nope.
Nah, he just keeps riding the lightning.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna play the Metallica song. In the,
you should.
In the background.
I mean, it's just constantly coming out of his finger, and he's like, I'm too weak. Help me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All the while getting wrinklier.
He is looking more and more like a ball sack.
Yeah, I would say that on a scale of 1 to ball sack, he's a complete ball sack by the end of it.
Yeah, it's
a smoking hot.
He's
one.
a scrotal mold.
Yeah.
By the end of it, and then Mace Windu, Mike, takes the law into his own hands.
Correct.
He is the traitor. Ah! I really like that part. While he's getting electrocuted.
But this is okay. So we were talking earlier in this episode about Anakin, who has Count Dooku in his scissor hold, right? And he's and he's like, "Oh, I shouldn't kill him. It's not the Jedi way." Well, killing Palpatine's not exactly the Jedi way either.
It's not.
So Anakin's looking at just the one person on the Jedi Council who has been the most critical of him.
Yeah,
is about to
break, as of 10 minutes ago.
Right, is about to break the Jedi Code, something that he makes sure that Anakin is held to at all times, constantly. And it's like he's staring his hypocrisy in the face while also looking at the one way that he's aware of to save Padme. They're lying about to be killed by the person who has just been chastising him his entire adolescent and adult life.
He is the motherfucking traitor. Ah!
And so Anakin makes the big boy move to
cuts his arm off.
Cuts his arm. Purple lightsaber.
So many arms getting cut off.
Last time we ever see it.
Ever. There's so many arms getting cut off.
Yeah, lots of them in this movie.
Arm gets cut off.
Arm cut off count, I think, is at 6.
Yeah? We should do
Count
a counter
Dooku
on that.
loses 2. General Grievous loses 2.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
A lot of arms.
And now Mace has lost 1. Okay, so it's 5.
Wow.
We're at 5.
5 arms.
Spoiler alert.
That's a lot.
More get lost.
More get cut off.
Yeah.
Wink.
So.
Goodbye, Mace's arm and lightsaber.
Ooh, we get the big old unlimited power.
It's
I'm
great.
so sorry for all the eardrums
that
busted
should be
already.
A Duracell commercial because it was perfect.
It is perfect.
So he just blasts the shit out of Mace Windu.
And he flies out the window.
You see his corpse just floating through the air, still electrocuted.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Mace Windu ends.
And it's also where this episode ends.
Oh, Mike, you did it to him. I was so
him.
excited. I was so excited. If you didn't, I was about to say. And then, go fuck yourselves.
So we are concluding the first part of this Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, we hate everyone
episode.
that listens to this show, so we're going to make you wait an extra week for
and
the resolution.
What's crazy is that they have to wait an extra week, but we're just going to record it right now.
We're going to record it right now. We could just release them doubly.
You fuckers.
No, please listen to our show. We really appreciate it.
This is the first
especially
episode,
the 30% of females that listen.
Yeah, that we've recorded since getting a ton of positive feedback, some good constructive criticism. Thank you so much to everybody.
Yeah, thank you for the private DMs you sent to me. Telling me Mike sounds like a little bitch.
I do sound like a little bitch, and you're justified in that opinion. You're doing a little Boba laugh over there. Dad, Don Wee's here. Don't get near the water.
This is fun, Mike.
Yeah.
It's a
All
good
right.
movie.
Welcome. Tune into Moana. Are you okay? I mean, Annie.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Next
Yeah.
week.
We are going to talk
about
about Moana just though real quick for another 20 minutes.
Yeah. In case you were really into that, because we still haven't gotten to that part where Jermaine comes in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. No, we're not going to do that. But this is a good stopping point because that is that's it. That's the major moment right there. Where
It's a huge turning point in not just the movie, but in the Star Wars galaxy.
Yes.
Where Anakin ceases to be Anakin Skywalker.
And he is definitely not okay.
He is not okay.
Goodbye there, folks. Catch you next time.
Deuces.